Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, and tonight we're on the red carpet for the New York premiere of Anthropoid, starring Jamie Dornan and Cillian Murphy. We're chatting with the stars all about this heroic tale that takes place during World War II. Get ready for a great night behind the velvet rope. Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade. So Jamie Dornan, congratulations. What a really great story that a lot of people don't really know about. Yeah. How did you get involved with telling about Operation Anthropoid?
I fall into the category of someone who didn't know about the story before. My Second World War history probably isn't what it should be. I didn't probably listen enough at school. But even still, it's one of the lesser told stories, I feel. So I hadn't heard it until I got the script. And instantly, I mean, you can't read that story and not fail to be taken by it and moved by it. And I was a big fan of Sean's work before anyway, so I was just dying to do it once I read it. You know. These
guys are incredible heroes. When you get to play a character like this, it's got to be just so rewarding as an actor.
Totally. I think it's rewarding playing real life characters anyway, especially there's something about that, about portraying people who we know actually existed and are rooted, and but when they've achieved things like, you know, Jan and Josef achieved and all the other people involved in the mission, and what they did for their country and the sacrifice they made is something that, I don't know, like it's something that kind of, it has an equivalent today, but there's something so strong about the way they did it and the time that they did it in, and how big a force they were up against, you know, and how brave that was to do. And you sort of ask yourself the question, like, could I do that now? And I like to think I could, but the reality is probably not. No.
Were you familiar with this story before jumping into it?
No, I wasn't actually. I read the script, and then you know, Sean Ellis, who wrote and directed and shot and produced the movie, he lived with the story for like 10 years or something, so he was just a fountain of information. So he had a lot of materials for us to read, and then obviously we shot the film in Prague and in the Czech Republic, so there was so much resources at hand, and I hope we did justice to the story and to these people, you know.
The significance of this story to that region cannot be overstated. Talk to me about how the region's reception to these heroes.
Well, I mean, like, it kind of it changed the course of the Second World War, this incident, you know, and without labouring on the points of history, but that, you know, the Czechoslovakia, as it was at the time, was kind of abandoned by the Allies, and so this act of heroism really sort of gave that nation a sort of sense of belief and pride, and it feels very humbling to try and bring to life these characters that existed and were braver than I could ever possibly be.
What a great story to be able to tell. What drew you to it?
The script, obviously, and my encounter with Sean Ellis, who I really loved, and we met, and he talked about the story he wanted to tell and the way he wanted to tell it, and I was already a fan of his work. And what's amazing about Sean Ellis is that he does everything. Like, he's like a robot. He's got multiple functions. He writes, he directs, he does direction of photography, he does the light, he takes the picture, he does the making of at the same time. He's amazing. So he's some kind of a little genius. It was really great to work with him.
Well, I was just fascinated by the bravery of the men and women of the Czechoslovakia, former Czechoslovakia, and that they, you know, really laid down their lives for what they believed was the fight for freedom.
You got two great leading men
Yeah.
playing the heroes.
Yeah.
Talk to me about getting to work with Cillian and Jamie.
Yeah, I mean it was really tough. No, it was they were great guys, and we had a lot of fun making the film. Obviously, it was a very important subject for all of us, and we felt that responsibility to tell that story. But I mean, they were great and made my job very easy.